That do stick in our bleeped up brain. How do we know if they're right? Sometimes you don't. Most of us probably remember hearing about Lizzie Borden, the woman associated with one of the most notorious murders in American history. Do you remember if she was guilty of that crime? Let's see if this nursery rhyme about the case jogs your memory.
Lizzie Borden took an axe
and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done,
she gave her father 41.
Lizzie Borden took an axe
and gave her mother 40 whacks.
When she saw what she had done,
she gave her father 41.
Did you remember this nursery rhyme? If you didn't know it already, could you easily keep it in your memory? If so, pay attention, because it can reveal a sinister truth about the actual history of Lizzie Borden.
Every child has heard that terrifying tale of Lizzie Borden.
On August 4th, 1892, Lizzie Borden emerged from her home, screaming her family had been murdered. What the police found was shocking.
Mr. Borden was found on the sofa, face down, covered in blood. Mrs. Borden was upstairs, lying in a pool of blood as well.
Borden was promptly charged with murder. The gruesome legend of the crime has been forever preserved in that catchy rhyme.
when she saw what she had
But
done.
here's the question. Was Lizzie Borden actually guilty?
The rhyme leaves absolutely zero doubt about Lizzie Borden's guilt. But here is the really surprising fact. The jury found her not guilty.
In fact, every detail in the rhyme is wrong. The Bordens were found with 29 stab wounds in all, not 81. Despite Lizzie's acquittal, she is remembered as a brutal murderer, thanks in small part to a children's rhyme.
But it would not be as catchy a poem if it were getting the facts right.
Why does this infectious nursery rhyme compel us to believe something that's completely untrue?
The story seems familiar. We tend to overestimate its truth. This is a psychological phenomenon known as the illusion of truth effect. The more often you hear an assertion made, the more likely you are to believe it, regardless of its objective truth.
The repetition of a message can drill the memory into our head and reinforce a false sense of truth. This is why constant political propaganda can be so effective, and why advertising companies want you to see the same commercial over and over again to reinforce the message in your memory. And this is partly why we remember the wrong story with Lizzie Borden. And that's not the only way our memory imposes itself over the details.